HooHooHooRobin.
Going to be talking to AJ from Deadspin.com. He knows a lot more about sports than I do, but I certainly love talking sports. And with the Brett Favre massage story popping, maybe he's got a little info on that. He did break the Jen Sterger thing on his website, Deadspin.com. Is he here yet, Roland?
Yeah, he's here.
Hey, grab that mic, Roland. Derek came running in here during the break. And we just played a lot of clips from Scared Straight from 1978. It was horrifying.
We all have rods.
It was horrifying. And Derek thought, why not make it even more horrifying by having you read a transcript from Scared Straight 1978?
Yes. 1978 Scared Straight. One of the convicts, I guess, is.
Yes, this would be the convict that was explaining prison love.
Oh well, of course.
We all got a copy in front of us.
That would be the greatest clip ever.
It sure was. So, Roland has a way of making things even scarier. There's your music, Roland.
All right. Hey, I know you guys have sexual desires, right? Well, you got sexual desires too. You a tough guy? Take a wild guess. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? Well, I'll tell you. We get young, dumb motherfuckers just like you. I got to tell you. I haven't been out in 10 years, and I'm gonna die in this stinking joint. And if they were to give me these three bitches right here, I'll leap over them like a kangaroo. Just to give them one pretty young fat butt boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's a way of life in this joint. One day you're lying in your blanket and your mind is drifting over those 30-foot walls. You are thinking about those who are with... Oh, what? With your girl. Prison people make no sense. Well, three guys will slide into your cell, wrap your hands up in the blanket, and I don't care how tough you think you are or how strong you might be, they are going to kick your ass over the side of the bed and do bodily harm to your asshole and stick a dick in you.
See, Roland has a way of making things more horrifying. Do you get it?
Sticking your dick in you. Somehow the giggling took away a little bit of the horror and nightmare.
Oh, really?
I thought
made me feel like I wanted to go.
How about the first word of that when you're trying to be intimidating and he's just like, hey.
This is a good lesson for kids.
Sure is, Uncle Paul. It sure is. Kiting balls, right?
Stick a dick in it.
Yeah. Where's AJ?
I go get him.
Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, very nice.
All right, Deadspin.com. Should check it out if you like sports.
Yeah.
Certainly knows more about sports than this program, but we try.
Well,
Colts are going to get their asses kicked. I know that much. That I know, Anthony. I don't know much, but I know that.
A sure loss for the Jets.
Why would you say that? I picked the Penguins to win the Winter Classic.
Did you?
Yeah.
The Winter Classic.
You didn't watch the outdoor hockey?
Yeah.
Why? That's the only time you should watch. 70,000 fucking people losing their minds when a goal was scored.
I'm not going to...
and by the way, the Penguins got their ass kicked.
I wasn't going to...
Of course I picked the wrong team again. Of course.
Hey, did I hear correctly, though, on the drive-in that the Islanders are on a little bit of a winning...
Yeah, they're winning like crazy.
Now that there's,
well,
no chance.
And they're trading everybody. Wisniewski, blowjob gesture guy.
Right.
He was my favorite because he went right to Avery and said, "Fuck you, you suck dick."
Yeah.
And the NHL sort of like slapped Wisniewski with a little fine. I love that guy. They traded him to fucking Travis's dirty Canadians.
Oh, those horrible Canadians.
That's a great pickup by the Canadians. I know that much about sports.
His Habs.
And then they. But the reason I figured it out, and maybe, hey, AJ, welcome to the show.
AJ.
This might be a question for you. You know about hockey?
Nah. Nothing.
Fuck hockey. Well, fuck you then.
Sorry.
No, fuck hockey.
Absolutely sorry.
And then they got rid of Rolson, who's a 41-year-old goalie. They traded him to Tampa.
Wasn't he standing on his head a lot?
Pretty much for a 41-year-old. And then Rick DiPietro got a hip injury yesterday. But with all this going on, the Islanders have some weird fucking crazy winning streak going on. Yes. So with that, we say hi to AJ from Deadspin.com.
How's it going?
Good. We've just been fucking hanging around here doing pretty much nothing all morning.
Excellent.
I'm a fan of your site, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
And
it.
TedWilliamsHead.com is a big fan of your site, too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I think he tried to work for you and then realized he can't, so he's doing his own thing.
Oh, really?
But he loves Deadspin.com as well. And you guys were the ones that broke the Brett Favre Jen Sterger story, so people know, right?
Yeah.
Huge story.
How the fuck did you break
sports
that?
Story.
I had a conversation with Jen last February, and she told me the story and told me not to say anything about it. And then I sat on it for a little while, but then proceeded to talk to other people who may or may not have known about it, and they verified everything is true. And I decided to go ahead with it anyway last August, just to put it out there because it seemed like at this point Jen had told a lot of people.
She didn't tell us because Ann was too busy flirting with her.
I heard
Fuck
you guys
it.
had her on. Yeah.
Damn it. We could have got some scoop.
What was she plugging? The Daily Line at the time? Is that what it was?
She was plugging
Yeah,
a dumb show
something
on
like
Versus.
The Versus show.
It went nowhere.
I'm sure it's a terrific show, though. She's a talent to be reckoned with.
I think the show got...
Hey, I was
I mean, did you think she was
distracted.
nice?
I don't mind.
I mean, she seemed nice on the phone when I talked to her.
She's beautiful, but
Yeah.
I got a weird vibe from her.
What was the weird vibe?
I didn't like her.
Why?
She didn't come across likable.
Really?
To me. Ann loved her.
I completely didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
I thought she was nice.
I thought
Yeah, she was okay.
I thought she was nice. Hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah, I get mixed reviews on that too. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. I mean, just from.
She's definitely hot. I can't fucking
I'm
deny
sure.
that.
I don't have any doubt about it. But I mean, I think you know how when people get scrutinized a little closer.
Well, it is kind of, they have been looking at her very closely.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought I got an email sent around to Sirius with her photo in it that was supposedly sent around your office, right? I mean,
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wow. What
Oh, really?
photo's this?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, what was it?
no, it was Jen in action with some dude, or somebody that looked like her. But it said it came from you guys. I mean, that's what the email.
Wow, look at that. Yeah.
Wait, what is this about? I'm
wish.
very confused.
Nothing
She was
at all.
kissing a dude?
Kissing.
Kissing?
Kissing.
Well, probably more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
And it
think
was happening in Sirius?
It was.
But you guys never posted the picture?
No, never posted the picture. But
was
wait, I just got it like 2 days ago, and then it was supposedly sent around the Sirius XM offices. So,
Hey, did
I
you
mean,
get
maybe
lucky
you
after
guys
the
aren't on
interview
mass
and you're not
email
telling
list?
us?
No, I swear.
Well, then it's got to be in someone's corporate email.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll forward it to you later, and then you can say if you
can
got
look
it.
at
Or
And
not.
we're not sure it was her.
Yeah.
But
Are you
it sorta
talking about
looked
the
like her.
photos of her felching me?
She's not felching you.
She wanted no part of me.
Felching. Where'd you wind up getting photos and all that fun stuff?
It was a third-party source.
Third-party source?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to reveal who that person was.
I would
but-
never ask you to reveal your
That's fine.
sources,
That's
sir.
fine, yeah.
But, I mean, was it just somebody that said, hey, you want these?
Yeah, pretty
Really?
much. I mean, that was kind of the goal of going ahead with it anyway, because I knew that there were other people out there who she had at least, may have forwarded it to at some point.
Yeah.
And,
Did you get a little nervous? Like, oh fuck, if this isn't a ham, I don't want to go to
No,
court.
I mean, we had 5 months to kind of work on that, and the story had made the round so much that people were already kind of there was enough circumstantial evidence. I'd heard the voicemails before. Everything kind of matched up as far as we're concerned that it was good to go. So, yeah, I felt pretty confident going into it.
Is there any material that you have that you hadn't printed or haven't printed yet?
In regards to that, or
Yeah.
just anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a lot, yeah, actually.
Yeah?
Is. But we just...
Anything surprising? Like
No, there's
No.
nothing really that surprising. I mean, there was a lot of people from Green Bay who were kind of, these bitter Packers fans at this point who were just unloading every
Oh,
single
really?
Brett Favre story. You could ever-
here you go.
Yeah.
What was going on before the dick pictures were sent?
Mm-hmm.
Like, was there a lot of texts that he had sent? Because we've been kind of hashing it about how long you carry on a text discussion before you start sending parts of your body.
Before you go to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Brett Favre's not unique in that situation where he steps on that gas pedal a little quicker than I think you or I would. And there's a lot of athletes that just tend to go right there.
It's like,
after they meet somebody, maybe like one night.
Don't you think that Brett Favre thought it was time to send the dick picture, though?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look,
that's what confuses me. It seems like there was some kind of relationship going on. I use that word very loosely, but where he felt like, okay, I'm going to bump this up to a cockpick.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was some back and forth that gave him the impression that she was interested in something.
But that's what AJ's saying. It's kind of like, the sports guy's kind of a little quicker on the draw.
But I understand what you're saying, but he did think something. He didn't lose his mind and go, I just got to send a dick picture out.
That's the thing also. I mean, it could be that just because, I mean, a lot of these athletes have, gotten everything they wanted since a young age.
Right.
And, just go right ahead and go to places that I think, you or I wouldn't.
Was there any of her text messages to him?
We haven't seen any of those yet. But, I mean, I'm pretty positive that whatever she said back to him, she didn't say capital N, capital O at some point. I would assume that there was some kind of back and forth.
That's what bothers me. You only get the one side of all this shit all the time.
Right.
What did she send out?
Maybe no pictures, but maybe she LOL'd or something. Or
where someone might go, now I understand why Brett Favre thought he could send.
And there was a guy working for the Jets that was acting as kind of a liaison the whole entire time. So I mean, whatever kind of conversation she was having with him,
he's a dirty boy.
Yeah, whomever gave him, the go-ahead at that point. I mean,
did you have to pay for the photos?
Yeah.
How much were they?
$12,000.
That's actually not that bad.
No,
that's easy.
No, it worked out.
Oh yeah, I did actually hear that.
I will usually wait until I get the text with at least 5 or 6 M's and an exclamation point.
Yes, that means she's retarded. Young Frankenstein is you made the yummy sound.
The yummy sound.
Wow, fuck, that was a huge scoop for you there, AJ.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah,
continues to this day. Do you think she was really bothered by the picture? What you know, because it seems like you know more than what they're reporting.
Well, I mean, in terms of bothered, do I feel like I don't think she thought she was a victim. Let's put it that way. I don't think there was any.
Right.
I don't know about the legal precedence of this. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but it's in my impressions when talking to her, she was definitely kind of put off by the whole entire thing, but put off by the thing because he was Brett Favre, and she had the same impression as like I think most football fans do, and was a little disappointed that he was going to that level with her a little quickly.
But she also saw that this could get her name out there a little bit more. No,
I really don't think this was her being careerist. I mean, she's done stuff like that before. I mean, she's already done Maxim, Playboy well before all that stuff.
This goes way above that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, again, she did not necessarily give me. I mean, we were talking about this last February, and we were talking about, okay, well, why don't you come in, show us the pictures, show us the voicemails, and we'll try to keep your name out of it. And she, went back and forth a little bit on that, hesitated about that, and then was kind of concerned about what is this going to do for her versus the Daily Line.
Yeah.
She'd just gotten that show.
Gotcha.
All right. What are you working on now? I hear there's something about some Ryder Cup guy. What is this?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I mean, ever since Brett Favre happened, we've been getting offers for
cockpicks.
All the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Your cockpick website.
Yeah, exactly. And,
you want them from Jim Norton?
We've all seen Jimmy's cockpick photo. It's pretty way more impressive than the Brett Favre display.
Right.
I find this girl, honestly, I don't know Jen. We interviewed her once.
Yeah.
But I really hate her, and I know I shouldn't because there's probably more to it. But a girl who, not that a girl who takes those photos should be harassed.
Right.
But anybody in that world, don't act like you don't understand the effect you have on people, and don't pretend that you don't use that to your. She'd be dumb to not use that to her advantage. She's a beautiful girl with a great body. So I don't believe that Brett Favre just went, hi, cockpick.
Of course
I don't believe anybody does that.
Of course not.
Yeah. And I mean, my big thing was like after all this had happened, if she did feel, and because I think the person that she felt violated by the most was us going ahead with that without her, complete 100% permission to do this. But if that were the case,
But then why is she? Sorry to interrupt. Then
Sure.
why is she passing the photo around?
Exactly.
Did she
And
pass it around? Or what?
She had complete control of this thing.
And there were plenty of people who had heard there's voicemail seeing those photos. And
You
plenty of
did
people
not
within-
get the photo from her, right?
No, not at all.
So she sent it to somebody else that gave it to you guys. Whether she did that, hoping that you would end up having it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they had access to her phone. Somebody may have had access to her phone or computer,
Or maybe
too.
he sent
And that
the
could
dick
very well
pic
be-
to somebody else also. Sometimes you get a good angle, you save it so you could ship it out a few times.
That wasn't a very good angle.
horrible.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, maybe for him it was.
Looked like a nail he just pulled out.
We're all in agreement
Oh,
that the penis looked sad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a not a good one.
Yeah. What's the Ryder Cup guy about? It's on your page today, right?
Right. Yesterday afternoon, somebody had sent and offered a picture of a Ryder Cup captain from the last few years, and I don't follow golf that much.
Well,
either,
what's his
so-
name? I know golf.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's choices between Paul Azinger and Corey Pavin, Tom Watson, possibly.
Well, Watson's
Tom,
an old guy. You would know if it's an old cock.
Brett
don't you?
Favre's an old guy too. You know, I mean,
Watson's
it's-
60, 61 maybe at this point.
Maybe
62.
you never know.
Okay.
Nothing surprises me.
So it's one of those guys. Is what this person is saying?
Yeah, and he had offered it up and said, how much would something like this cost? I gave him a price of around $221 just off the top of my head, and he said, it's not going to be enough, and I said 242, and it went back and forth, and then I haven't heard from him since.
Obviously, there's no face in the picture.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said something along the lines you could tell who it is, and I don't know if that really gives any clues.
Who was sent this picture?
Well, it's black. We know who it is.
He said it was
golf.
he said it was a friend of his who was a girl who this person was trying to pick up one night, and again went straight to the naked pic fairly soon after.
Do you think in a way though, like, and I understand like it's competitive and online and stuff, but it's like in a way, who cares if these guys are sending dick pictures to? Isn't it kind of like a vulture mentality? We're just this country of gotcha. It's like we just live to catch each other doing shit like this. It's like if he's sending his dick picture, I don't understand the attraction or the appeal of it. I don't know why we give a fuck. I mean, the collective we. Why do we care?
Did the Tiger Woods thing turn it all around, you think? Because there seemed to be some unwritten code between the athletes and who they were cheating with, where they just kept it all on the QT, as we like to say. And then all of a sudden now it seems like very into now. De La Hoya talk.
Look what happened with De La Hoya.
Did it start with him, you think?
I don't know if it started with him, but don't forget in the last
Because these guys
years,
have been doing this since the start of fucking sports.
But technology and stealing images and things and
so the
capturing
technology
things.
caught up, and also some of these
snail mailing Polaroids of your dick to some fan that wrote you.
Right.
But now,
I think Tiger Woods completely had an impact on that. And
which now all these women are thinking, hey, I could fucking get my face out there.
Well,
and maybe a payday, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's necessarily a payday, but I mean, I think a lot of the times it's more these women are a little just stunned at just how reckless these guys are, and these are guys that they seemingly know, and then take it to another level, which makes them feel uncomfortable, and then for some reason they feel like this is something that they shouldn't be doing. But I mean, we're trying to kind of, I think at this point, just at least move away from it in some way, just because I don't know what else we can possibly do to top Brett Favre.
What is this? What is the value? And again, if you didn't do it, somebody else would have. It's not an attack on you because again, I understand that.
No problem.
But my question is, what is the like? Where is the story? Like Brett Favre sent his.
It's on the news right there.
Oh, dude! Of course, it's going to be all over.
Yeah.
Well, this is the massage.
But what is it?
Yeah.
The guy sent his dick picture to somebody else.
Yeah,
who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean, I think the part that kind of separated from normal dick photo sending to me was the fact that there was somebody in the Jets organization that was actually acting as almost like his pimp. And that's something where, I mean, if you go into traditional journalism, that makes it a larger story than just something a little more
But
salacious.
you're not surprised by that, are you?
No, but at the same time,
I would assume every team has one of those
sure,
guys.
I'm absolutely sure of that. But at the same time, it's just like, the Jets...
And we could have made some money. Me and Ann could have made money.
Jets are really bad at this stuff.
We've told the story many times, but there was we don't say his name anymore, but there was a Boston Celtics player that got all his voicemails.
Nice.
Yeah, we were able to
it
call
was-
up his phone and just like beep, 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 put
Yeah,
in
because there was a disgruntled
and-
cell phone guy that said, "Hey, you want something cool?" And he gave us all
get
the
all
codes.
those bitches from around the country
And-
whenever he was in a
what-
certain city.
And there was a time we would play his latest phone voicemails on our show almost every day,
Right.
and no one was stopping us.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was great.
I think we might have bleeped his name out back then.
Yeah, we did.
But he had bitches all over the country, every fucking city,
Yeah.
and they all thought they were the only one in their head. I see you
Exactly.
coming to L.A.
Yeah.
I see you coming to Houston.
I mean, and retired athletes, same way.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. I mean, it's an absolute culture that I don't think normal people can understand.
What's the story here with the Rex Ryan, the wife, the feet?
Yeah, you guys broke that too, right?
What's going on?
I don't know if you can. They broke that. We didn't break that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about this. I mean, it was just not like a sex tape locked in their closet. I mean, they had, foot shit all over the most popular website on the planet and YouTube. And
Now, why is there a
seems
why
dumb.
to this?
it seems completely dumb. I mean, we happen to have a foot fetishist. I don't know if that's the proper term for it, but he's a reader of our site and a football fan, and then was also following My Pretty Feet for apparently a long period of time. And once Rex Ryan got the Jets job, she started popping up a little bit, and he put two and two together, and it turned out, I mean, she had all her personal info on this site as well, which was like there was no disguising it. I mean, she had her face out there; it wasn't just her feet.
Yeah.
And it was not safe cracking. I mean, we did, kind of just matched up her birthday to everything that was on the site. She kept them all legit the whole time.
And
That's a little different because they're actually in a public forum, and that's a bit different than
So they
like
didn't-
Mel Gibson's phone calls or Brett
Yeah,
Favre's dick.
definitely. Yeah, and that
But
is
what's
true.
fucked up, they didn't want to hide what they were up to.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they were
That's
looking for an
fucked up.
audience. I mean, she had a lot of
And
fans.
Rex Ryan was
I mean,
cool about it.
Absolutely. And it turns out that, I mean, that he was participating in a lot of these things. I mean, there was...
You think they're swingers?
Yeah, I totally think they are. I totally think they are.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt at this point. I mean, that was the thing where it kind of separated. It went from weird and him role-playing with her feet and pretending he's a cop or whatever that video was.
Whatever that was.
And then just after that, everybody that was on that alt.com website where they're supposedly members started sending all this crazy shit. That was just, something that I didn't really feel comfortable going there at this point. Because, I mean, right then it was just like, okay, I don't want to watch Mrs. Ryan get her feet sniffed by some random black dude. Because that's what the photos were. And
That was it. Just an odd thing
It
to
is.
want to have out there.
But, I mean, they seem like a very happily married couple. And, I mean, if that keeps it together for them, good for them.
We love to stare at people's private shit. And then
Yeah.
all you do is get phone calls about people who complain about airport security. My rights, my private. We don't give a fuck about anybody's privacy but our own. It's
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
bizarre.
like
and believe me,
things
I've sent out
below
pictures of my
hand.
dick to so many. So I'm not being holier than I am a pervert. Like I know I've left myself open if I was an athlete. I just don't understand the appeal or the attraction to it that people have. None of us ever step back and go, nah, you know what? That would humiliate me. It will probably humiliate them. I shouldn't.
I mean, I think a lot of it, people feel like they're being hypocritical to what their public persona is supposed to be. I mean, a lot of these guys with these huge endorsement deals and present themselves as, family-oriented, really good guys. And then when they do something like this, it's a crushing blow to a lot of people.
Which
I mean,
would be true if all of the people making the snap judgments weren't hypocrites themselves.
Right.
It's like if all of the people who worked at the companies that are worried about losing their consumer base, or all of us in the public, we're all doing it. Like, that's what bothers me. It's not
Everyone
like
loves-
we're all good and Brett Favre's a piece of shit.
Seeing
We're
what's going
all
on with
dirtbags,
these
and we
people.
act like we're not.
Yeah,
we
that's
act like we're not. I don't get it. I don't get this fucking morbid attraction. And if I decide, I would probably put it out there. I'm not being holier than thou. I'm a weak man.
Right.
Hey, no, it's true. That's what the story is. Yeah.
But we never think that would humiliate me. I shouldn't do it. None of us ever think that.
Right.
We're talking to AJ from Deadspin.com. Now, what's the website about for the people that don't know, the newbies?
Deadspin is the best way to describe it is probably alternative sports news and gossip. We do a little bit of. We don't really do game stories. I mean, and we cover a lot of.
Hence why you didn't know about hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't
But
blame
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. I mean, and we have dick photos and that much more. So.
How'd you get started? Had you had sites before?
Not really. No, I started in the newspaper industry, and I was just a freelance writer, and then started working for Gawker, who owns Deadspin, around 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gawker, yeah. I know about that one. Yeah. And then just kind of got lucky with this one. A couple of good hits as far as stories go.
Yeah, I mean, it was going well before, and then something like this, I mean, you really have no control over. I mean, this is, one story turns into a cultural phenomenon that lasts 4 months. I mean, it's not going to happen again.
Able to monetize this thing?
Not really.
No? It's one of those things.
Yeah, I mean...
Labor of love, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. What are you working on now?
We always...
What's on the site right now?
I have no idea. I haven't seen the site this morning, so
it's just like, whatever. I'm doing radio.
Are you Dave Thomas? You don't actually make the burgers.
Jim Cook.
Jim Cook didn't know shit about beer.
He knows about beer. He was just like...
he did.
I don't think he was pawing through the books over there.
No, not at all. I was too busy going on vacations and taking shock jocks with him. Too inside. Sorry, AJ.
No problem.
No, what's some of the big things you guys are working on?
I mean, we've been working on the story for around a year and a half, where we were trying to figure out actually how Magic Johnson got AIDS. Because, I mean, there's, we had...
I'll get two guesses. It was probably one of two ways. I mean, a needle or a dick. It had to be, right?
Well, I mean, like the big rumor that's out there was the fact that apparently Magic Johnson and Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy used to go to these tranny parties at Eddie Murphy's house, and
God, I wish I knew Eddie Murphy back then. What great fun they would have had.
Yeah, and apparently there was something that happened along those lines, and there's certain other Lakers players who are been sworn to silence and about what exactly happened. But I mean that's something that's been out there for a while, and we're trying to just track down some people who are actually at the party or may have seen, I don't know, Magic have sex with a transsexual at some point.
Sure.
But I think it's one of those things that I think is a good story for us, in the sense that this is, that's a story that pretty much made, heterosexual men kind of fear for their life afterwards.
Yeah.
And if it's something that it actually wasn't, I mean, that's something that should be out there.
Are you saying that sex with a tranny isn't heterosexual? I have to take issue.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely has to take issue on that one, AJ.
Yeah, I don't want to see the tranny community bashed.
Do you really think heterosexual men really thought that he got it from heterosexual sex, though?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I
was in.
When I heard that, I'm like, all right, Magic's doing something.
My
humble opinion, I'm like, all right, what
shenanigans.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Yeah,
I never thought that he got it from a woman.
No,
ever.
It scared the crap out of me. I mean,
really?
I was 16 at the time.
And I was young too, because that goes way back at this point.
Yeah,
I didn't think twice about it. I said, this guy's up to something. Whether it's drugs or a little fucking.
I think it was obviously not the same media landscape as it was now, but remember, I mean, this is something like, the president got behind. I mean, there was something that Magic Johnson was basically now the new face of AIDS, and was supposed to be out there to prove that all I'm
saying is I didn't buy into any of that shit.
All right, well, good for you. I was naive.
Did you buy into Jimmy? Ant?
I figured he was doing something, but I would have thought more needles. But, again, nothing surprises me. If he was taking it in the ass, it doesn't surprise me. If he had a cut on his dick and fucked a hooker who had it, none of it would have surprised me.
I just thought he was fucking a lot of women.
So you thought he could have got it from
I thought he was fucking a lot of women and got it that way. Maybe some women of, questionable
But he has
ethics.
He has that thing when he talks, though. You think, if you heard, if I heard that Magic like dick as well as, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when he talks, you'd be like, oh yeah, I can see that.
On the DL, you think?
Yeah.
It happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at Isaiah Thomas. There's a picture of Magic kissing him.
Didn't Isaiah not want to play with him because of the AIDS in the U.S.?
That's Karl Malone.
Oh, is that Malone?
Yeah.
Was it Malone?
Yeah.
Well, he looks like shit now. He looks worse than Magic Johnson.
He does.
And he played a lot longer than Magic Johnson did.
That's true.
They just, there was a commercial that was on TV just very recently.
Right, where he's all fat. Right.
Fucking looks horrendous. I don't know if Danny can find it. I can't believe it's the same guy. And Magic looks like he could play still. So who won that battle?
Well, I wouldn't worry about Magic putting on a lot of weight.
Kept his weight pretty much the same,
Pretty much,
though.
he ballooned up. He bulked up 20 pounds.
Yeah, I think he's actually gained weight since the AIDS.
Yeah.
I heard he stopped taking his medication, like thinking he was cured, and then it started to progress again. Then he had to keep taking the medicine.
really?
Yeah,
Really?
that's what I heard. Like he's fine as long as he takes the cocktail or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Please ask about Don Mattingly's ex-wife.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
question for you, AJ. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something. Maybe it means
Yeah, I
nothing.
don't know. I don't know exactly what's that referencing to. I mean, what happened to Don Wanning?
Can the guy? What does he want? What? Ask what about her? Is she from Indiana too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we ask?
All right, it's another dead end.
Yeah.
No surprise here. Bro, wow. Okay.
What about what other sports story? Who's that boxer that was yelling at a security guy at the at his housing complex?
Mayweather, probably.
Oh, that was Mayweather.
Yeah. Did you see that clip? It's like, let me in my fucking house. Let me in my fucking house.
Yeah, he's had a rough year, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
But
I guess it was he's in a gated community,
And they wouldn't let him in?
and they wouldn't let him in, and he was a little pissed off because I guess there's a family in the same community that he saw go in without any question whatsoever. And he may have thought race came into play.
Did he have a domestic violence incident too, or some kind of domestic incident?
think
Yeah, I
so.
think he punched the security guard at that
It
same
was a
gatehouse.
security guard, but I think there was something with a girlfriend, baby mama type situation a
Whoops.
little before that. Yeah, but
Oopsie.
so I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen if the Jets actually make the Super Bowl? I mean, that's going to be the most awkward pregame telecast ever.
Why?
Because they're going to have to bring up all this shit that happened to them this year.
They just don't, though.
What do you mean they just don't?
The sports announcers and make believe none of this shit is going on.
If they
do
have
talk about it,
if
it's
they
very
make the
vague.
Super Bowl, if the Jets make the Super Bowl,
More importantly, if Michael Vick makes
Michael
the
Vick-
Super Bowl, that's
And
that's
that's
a
what
much
they-
bigger fucking story.
okay, no, but they've done.
What
that.
about the advertisers? Like, oh fuck, now we're advertising the Super Bowl when this guy did what he
They're
did.
telling me everything that's happened with the Jets in terms of being a public relations nightmare this year is
Right,
not going to be brought up. I mean, there's like
I'm a big Jets fan, and they barely talk about this stuff. Barely, and it's very vague. They're scared.
who?
Just the announcers in general.
Well, I mean, not the. I'm saying if they're going to have a big, huge Super Bowl build-up where they're
Right.
going to have sit-downs with the coach, or
Right.
have sit-downs with the owner. This is the type of stuff that is you can't ignore. I mean, they're going to talk about their season,
Right.
And they're going to talk about what happened at the beginning of the season, what happened with Inez Sainz, what happened with the strength coach tripping the guy on the sidelines, what happened with
Well, they'll
Brett
certainly
Favre,
talk
what
about
happened
that.
with I mean, this is
They'll certainly
They'll
talk
tr-
about the tripping incident.
what happened.
But
with
the other stuff,
you and your
they'll-
wife's feet.
They'll have softball questions.
Yeah, they'll try to mention it.
They
What
really will.
They feel too silly when the guy goes, that's a personal matter.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's a dead end for those guys because they would have to just go, I know it's a personal matter, but I want to talk about it. Players and coaches get out of shit like that because the announcer looks petty and stupid if he harps on something that's non-sports oriented.
Well, I mean, anything family oriented is technically a personal matter. I mean, they'll talk about the good stuff. I mean,
I agree. Yeah.
They'll show
Yeah.
his wife flipping eggs or something like that in her home.
Yeah,
So
to answer you-
why wouldn't they talk about her fucking feet?
They probably will try to bring it up, but it will go nowhere.
Yeah.
Is your answer, unfortunately.
For the same reason those reporters
'Cause
don't give
I-
any information about themselves.
Yeah,
None of
I-
those sports announcers would talk about their wife's pussy or feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love it if they asked Rex Ryan, he goes, tell me something about your wife, and I'll tell you about mine. And the guy
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
How great would that be?
They trade stories.
That'd be phenomenal.
I just wonder if advertisers will advertise with the Super Bowl if Michael Vick makes it.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
really confusing
yeah.
for a lot of. There's a lot of people that still are not over the Michael Vick thing.
But
And
I
understand
a lot
their
of those
point.
people aren't sports fans. I mean, that's the thing.
But
That's
now
the
you got
good
him
part.
playing in the Super Bowl, which is they try to make into this wholesome family
They will-
event now,
they
and you
will do a
got the dog
half-hour
killer. Is
apology
the,
special, and it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Have you already done it every single time he's played on
and he's
primetime?
paid his debt.
He went to jail.
no, I agree with all that, but there's a lot of people
that's
that
what they'll
certainly
say.
aren't over it, and the corporate guys, I think they got a little
That's what they'll say,
situation
though.
there.
They'll
If
just
Roman
say,
Polanski was playing, they'd advertise. There's just
Yeah.
too many fucking people watching.
Too many people
Exactly.
that, which shows how hypocritical those assholes are.
They are all jizzbags. And it's like, I kind of like, I want to know about these stories in a way. And then a part of me is like, you know what? The reporters and those people offer nothing about them. It's almost like if you're not giving full disclosure about yourself, don't fucking expect it from everybody else.
Yeah.
If you're giving it about yourself, then you can ask anybody whatever you want.
Right.
But it's these guys that fucking are closed off about their own lives and would feel violated if anything about their wife was brought up. Those are the guys that are kind of irritating.
Did you guys talk about the Brock Lesnar Undertaker thing?
No, not at all.
You didn't get any inside scoop on that?
I don't think so.
People still sort of trying to figure out, the details on that one.
Whether or not it's going to happen, or
No, the Undertaker, trash talking Brock after he lost.
That's like too much wrestling shit. Who cares?
But it's supposedly not wrestling shit.
Yeah, but
Supposedly
it's
there's a
not
real
like
story there.
he ain't gonna fight Brock Lesnar. He's an old man.
Yeah.
So it like falls into that whole wrestling hype shit
right
that our own Sam loves so much, like it's real. Yuck.
Well, AJ, thanks for stopping by.
you're quite welcome.
Deadspin.com. We definitely check it out. I think the listeners should give it a shot.
Excellent.
Yes, for all of your weird sports stories and dick pictures.
That should be the new tagline. And I love
Yes.
it.
Dude, I have some fucking good shots in my dick. I really wish somebody was interested in putting them up. I would love that. But
Send
just-
them on. We'll put them up.
Dude,
today.
nobody wants them.
He'll put them up.
That's it.
Nobody would be interested in seeing them.
What, for $142,
If we announce that your cock picture's up on Deadspin, people will go there, Jimmy.
I mean, I think, yeah.
Would you
I
do
think
it
so.
for real, or are you just fucking around?
I mean, if you.
Of course I would.
All right, I don't.
Then why wouldn't you do it? I will.
Because there's
do
no
it today.
scandal there. Jim Norton emails us his cock pic.
I mean, we're known for this stuff right now. It's a funny play up there.
Jimmy,
Wow,
you
where'd
got
you
it.
get those from? Jim Norton.
Yes.
You have to do it.
I would be
Just
happy
go, this
to.
is what a cock is supposed to look like when you text
Yeah,
it.
send it along. We'll put it up today, and then that'll be the last dick pic we ever put on the site.
All right, Jimmy's photo might be on
Oh, that'd
Deadspin.com
be
later
wonderful.
today.
I have
I
a
hope
couple
so.
that are deceptively good.
Dude, I will laugh.
I would be sued for false advertising if a woman fucked me on the basis of the photo, though.
I will laugh my balls off if you actually go through with this.
I would in a second.
All right, AJ, we'll have you back. Deadspin.com. We're going to
Thanks,
take a
man.
quick break. Thanks.
Robin, Robin, Robin,